Welcome back, SOS Podcast, the Sips of Success Podcast. I am Cameron. This is my beautiful wife, Erin. How you doing, babe?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing excellent.
Love that. My drink is kind of low. I actually made this cocktail.
Yeah, we just potted.
Mocktail.
You know,
you're gonna see this one in 2 episodes. It is a cranberry lemon spritz, is what I call it.
Yeah.
And it's cranberry juice, a little squeeze of lemon, simple syrup, and sparkling water. I ain't take no measurements, so we ain't got no recipe, but it's pretty tasty. It's okay.
Yeah, it's refreshing, light and refreshing.
Yes. Okay. This or that. I'm out of breath, y'all, sometimes. So if I'm breathing hard, you already know why. Okay. This or that.
Yeah.
Would you rather gift someone $1 million or you get $10 million, but you cannot give any away? So you can either gift someone you love $1 million. It can be someone you know who really needs it. Or
That's steep.
would you take the $10 million and you cannot give any of it to anyone? It has to stay in your own household.
Question.
And we can't build no big old house for all of our family to live in either.
That's not what I was about to ask.
I'm just saying.
You make more money after the 10 million, right? Or this is 10 million for the rest of your life.
I would say you
can still make money.
You can still make money.
I'm taking the 10 million.
I'm taking the 10 million.
Yeah, like as much as I would love to give to someone that I love, and if they need it, if I was offered $10 million, I put my family first. This is my family,
right?
So yeah, that's not hard for me.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Yes.
I really want to find one that we just have complete opposite thoughts on. I would take the 10 million because I feel like, for one, you can't just give $1 million to anybody just because they need it.
Right.
Because a lot of people, when they don't know how to manage money, they will literally abuse it. And they will suck that $1 million till it's dry, and there will be nothing to show for it.
Yeah, right back.
So it's kind of hard to just give that. And then it's like, who would we give it to? If we only got one person to give it to,
no, it's multiple people.
Like there would be multiple people that we would want to like give that to. So I feel like that would make it even harder. Like that's gonna just naturally cause conflict.
Yeah.
And then also,
but it really ain't about none of that because, like I said, for me, I got my own family now, so
yeah. And then I would take the 10 million because I know we would steward the 10 million.
Yeah.
Well, like we would do what we need to do to expand that $10 million.
Yeah, exactly.
And then we could like help other people.
Yeah.
In a way that was best suited for them and us. So.
For sure.
Okay, I would definitely take the 10 million. What would you guys do?
Yeah, that one wasn't hard.
Dang it. I gotta get better with these.
Yeah. So the thing is, Aaron thinks of all these this or that, and I have zero idea typically, but and I'd be like, I should vet some of these, but that one was easy.
Dang it. All right. Well,
very easy for me.
The bad breath and the body odor one. That one was hard for you. Okay.
It was hard for a few people too. Like
that one was rough.
That was steep.
That was rough. Okay, what are we talking about?
All right. Obviously, you're pregnant. I do want to let you know you're doing an amazing job.
Thank you. Look at my bump, you guys. It's like if you're not on YouTube, the bump is bumping today.
Yeah, you're doing great.
Thank you.
Obviously, the baby has been a surprise for us, so I can't say that I had expectations per se for however you were going to be carrying a child. Mm-hmm. But for whatever I would have thought, you're that, I guess.
Thanks, babe.
Even during the first trimester when you were like just tired every second of the day, I don't think it was that difficult on me. Mm-hmm. I don't know.
Well, that's good. I'm glad because I kind of felt.
I wouldn't say I felt
guilty, but it just was like I felt bad, not necessarily just for you because I mean, I felt like you were handling things well, but I felt bad that I felt so bad. Like
Yeah.
I didn't like how I felt.
But yeah, you also we also weren't trying.
Right.
So like it's just
It
like
just caught me off
we're
guard.
adjusting. Even now, we're still adjusting as time is going. Like each day there's a new adjustment in a way. So no, I just want to let you know you're doing great. But
Thanks, babe. You too.
thank you. Appreciate it. I hope
Yeah.
so. Sometimes it's not feel. I mean, I wouldn't say I don't think I'm not doing a good job, but it's like I don't know. I feel like the dads, you don't really know. I think right now I'm just trying to like retain every piece of information so that I'm not lost.
Yeah,
I think I have
yeah.
I have the understanding that there is nothing that I can do for the baby inside the womb
Yeah.
per se. But like in terms of like making sure she is good, like that's been my main priority. And just understanding like, all right, what are your concerns or what are your like what is something scaring you or do you feel right? Because I feel like it's easy to always put the focus on the baby. Like, is the baby healthy?
Right.
For me, yes, I do want us to deliver a healthy baby, but I also want to keep a healthy wife. So
right.
Yeah, that's more so what I'm focused on is yes, I want the healthy baby, but I want to keep a healthy wife.
Yeah. And I think also the men don't get enough credit. I mean, obviously the woman is the one carrying the baby, so everyone just like flocks to the woman. But I would say that it does to have a great supportive husband makes the biggest difference. Like I can't imagine doing this by myself. And I don't think that people care enough to like even as simple as congratulate the husband as much as the wife, or as simple as like ask, how can I help you help her, or is there anything that I can do for you to make y'all life easier, as a couple. Because it is a lot. Like when I'm just like down and out, like obviously it's a lot on my body, but like that leads to it being a lot of responsibility on you.
Right.
So because I can't do all of the things that I was doing.
Right.
And so I commend you too. I think it's really helpful. I feel like just as much as I don't know what I'm doing, you don't know what you're doing. And that's kind of like we've had this conversation of, yes, I'm the mother and like the baby is in me and like, I have some level of understanding, but also like you still need to know stuff on your own, like, and like Cameron is like, what's an anterior placenta? What's it, like, what does that mean, baby? And like, he'll ask questions. And I'm like, I like that because I don't want to feel like I'm just kind of the only one who knows, you know? That's a huge way that you can be supportive and it makes such a big difference.
Right. So speaking of expectations, because we didn't know to have any because, surprise, baby is on the way.
Yeah.
But speaking of expectations, let's talk about expectations going forward with business, personal growth, and just parenthood in general. Like, what are in regard to like a business that we're running? So, if you don't know or if you're new here, this is the very first year that we are running our business together. Like, there is no more corporate America. I did that for the first 3 years of our marriage, and now we're like finally taking a chance and seeing what 100% looks like from the both of us, so that we can take this ship to the next level.
Right.
So in terms of business, do you have any new expectations, or are you preparing in a different way to, I guess, run the business?
Yeah, I would say new expectations are scaling products because I feel like products are like they can be run without me. So definitely like getting the top 3 stuff and like getting new products in that and just trying to get things more system driven. Also, just I don't know. I want to batch more content so that once it is crunch time, it doesn't feel like we're gone. We still have things that are going up and we just keep the train moving, you know? I feel like this has made me think about business in just more of a how can I make more money and not necessarily do less, but like work a lot smarter.
Yeah.
Do things that drive money, not just driving like views or clicks or,
Yeah.
like it can get really easy to get caught up in that when you're a content creator and these like vanity metrics of, oh, this video performed really well, this video didn't. But it's like, okay, which of the videos are actually like driving income?
Yeah.
Like, let's do more of those, like which of these types of like, downloadables or products that we sell are actually driving the most income. Like, okay, let's figure out how to make a better version of that. Or, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I think now is the time to think about, okay, what are the movers and shakers of like our cash flow that are making the most impact? And like, let's like double down on that.
Yeah.
And then I also think we've also been just trying to get more into like diversifying, you know. Obviously we love creating content and all of this like marketing and cool creative stuff, but also what's like another cash cow business that we can like invest in or start or buy, you know, that is something that we don't have to run, but we can use the resources that we've acquired up to now to like have. And then like our baby can, be a part of running some of these, helping us with some of these or like, whatever. Like
I did just see that Serena's daughter,
Olympia.
Yeah, Olympia.
She's got to be older than 2.
I'm pretty sure I saw that they said she was 2. Well, I don't know. The thing may
That
have
little
gotten it
girl
wrong.
got to be like 3 or 4.
She could be. I don't know.
Oh,
But
okay.
I'm just telling you what I read on like Bleacher Report. Basically.
Oh, okay.
I think it was on Bleacher Report. But anyway, she's the youngest owner of 2 professional sports teams.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to get some
That's
of that
the
energy.
thing, like putting things in place so that
your children
can like have something, you know? So that's really kind of where I'm at. And I really just want to be able to take an actual maternity leave and kind of create what I want when I want during that first month or 2 of having the baby. So I don't know. We'll see. I mean, it's going to happen. We're going to make sure it happens.
Yeah, it's gonna happen.
But that's kind of where I'm at. What about you?
I feel, well, one, you're pregnant. You were pregnant. We knew you were pregnant before I left. Before I left corporate, so I can't say there was no preparation or whatever. But I think had to navigate. Oh, like this is no more. And then now, like, oh wait, I can't really think about what's no more. Like, what's to come now? Like, it's something bigger than just me and you. So I don't know. I feel like now with business, I'm just trying to find our footing that I feel like I've been trying to find for the longest. Obviously, like we do well, but I don't think we do well enough. And I'm not talking about the money part. I'm talking about like our system to make sure the train is running very smoothly. Like there is no missing pieces in the track.
Right.
And that's something I focus on with our business. And especially now, like I just really want something I focus on is really getting us to run in a complete line. Like right now, I've been telling Aaron, like, everything is second. So, like, if we want to do something for fun, like, that's a reward. If we haven't, even right now, we have somewhere to be right now, but, like, even getting this podcast out, we got to get the things done, and everything else can wait. You know what I'm saying? Like, for the first time, like, really actually prioritizing what we need to do to get us to the next level. You know what I'm saying? So that's where I'm at with the business stuff. I don't think it's really no more than that. I'm just trying to find our footing so that I'm comfortable with where we're going. Yeah. I know where we're going, but I want to feel it going forward, you know? Yeah. So that's where I'm at with it with the business. And it's just like, I enjoy all the, like, doing all the tasks and stuff like that. Aaron is the brains to the operation, and I'm definitely the worker. But I don't know. I'm just enjoying the process. Like I like the freedom. I feel like you can find joy when you haven't necessarily seen yourself in that space. Yeah. Like I'm in this space, and it's not a space that I've ever seen myself in, or like ever thought of. You know what I'm saying? So, like, you know, I feel like it's opened me up differently. I feel like, you know, I present different business ideas for us. But, yeah, and that's the other thing. And also agreeing with, like, trying to diversify what we're doing, being able to use what we generate to to generate more.
Yeah.
So
I
yeah,
saw
that's something
this.
I'm
I saw
focused
this
on.
video, and it was like the difference between rich people and not rich people is that rich people get $1 and they think about how much more money can this $1 make me. And I was like, dang, that's a good way to think about it. You know, like instead of taking money for granted, you think about like, how can I use this money to make more money? You know? And I think a lot of times when we talk about going to the next level, you think of finances first, which I don't necessarily think is a bad thing, just because finances just get you access to.
They do.
It gets you access to a lot of things. It's not to say that that's like that should be your only focus, and I don't think that that's our only focus. But I would say that having a mindset that is like, how can I make something grow?
Yeah.
Whether it's money, whether it's your joy, whether it's your relationships, like how can I, you know, how can I squeeze as much value out of this as possible?
Yeah. It's kind of like I told you yesterday. It's like money for me, and I think I'm sure for us, which you agree with yesterday, it's not, we're not objectifying money. Money is going to come, but like money isn't driving us to do the things that we do. That's a reward. That's part of doing what you do. Like it's going to come.
Yeah.
So that's not, obviously you need money, like you said, for the resources, for access, for whatever the case may be. But it's also like mentally, how are you planning to use this money? Like, is money ruling you, or are you ruling the money? So like when it comes to that dollar analogy, like how much can this do for me now? Not like, oh, thank God I finally got this dollar.
Yeah.
Let me go do what? I don't know. So like kind of understanding where we're going and how to use that and other resources that we, retrieve.
Yeah.
Personal, not just personal growth, but like having a baby. We even before having a child, we've always talked about being intentional about keeping ourselves happy individually and together. What are some things you look forward to doing once the baby is here that keeps you fun, I guess? I don't know.
Definitely working out.
Okay.
Just, prioritizing my health. That's something that, I don't know. I've had like a weird relationship with the gym and like working out. But I think I'm learning to just simply enjoy it and not put as much pressure on myself to like have certain outcomes and have certain like a certain physique. And because of that, it's just like, okay, let me just like do the workouts that I love, or that I enjoy. And I feel like once the baby is here, that's definitely something that I still want to prioritize, is just like working out for the health, but also just because it like makes me feel good.
Yeah.
And then the results come, like kind of like what we were saying, like even with money, like whatever you do frequently enough, like you're gonna see some type of results. Yeah. Also just like, I don't know, being well kept. Like I don't want to become a mother and just kind of let myself go. I know that happens a lot, and it's nothing, against that. But I feel like it's going to, will things be different maybe? Maybe like my style may shift, or like the way that I don't know. I don't know what changes to come for me personally in that way, but I feel like whatever it is, I want to still feel confident and like feel good.
Yeah.
Whatever that looks like, style wise and being kept wise. And then I don't know. I mean, I feel like I just really want to, I don't know how to explain it. Like I feel like going into motherhood, like I want to feel that joy and that like spark that I feel like a lot of women explain is motherhood. Like I feel like women just are so enamored with their child, and I want to be that, but I want to feel like I don't know, I just want to feel good like being a mother. And I know it's going to be a learning curve, but I want my child to look at me and be like, my mom is like so cool, or like my mom is really like doing it, or like my mom is a boss. Like I want to still maintain those qualities about myself so that my child can see that in me.
Yeah, for sure.
So, yeah. What about you?
Well, I would say this. Like last year, for my 30th birthday, I wanted to buy a new toy. When I say new toy, I mean a new car. I didn't do so because I tore my hand up. And now we're pregnant. So I'm still going to get my toy, but there has been a few questions like, are you still going to get your toy now that you're having a baby, basically? And the answer is yes. Like I feel like the goal, just like for the business part, is to like still do the things that we set out to do that outside of the baby makes me happy. So like still going to be a great dad, great husband, all of that. But also like I want to enjoy the things that I still enjoy. And I think that'll help with becoming the parent that I intend to become.
Yeah.
So I feel like it's easy to fall into I want to call it the trap, but I feel like it's just easy to fall into like, I'm just going to raise these kids and hope for the best for them. Yeah. And forget to hope for the best for yourself. For whatever that may be. You could have lost sight of that. And you know, now it's kind of getting to a point where it's feeling too late. Like the
window of opportunity is just closing.
Like it's about shut. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, you get older. I don't want to get older and everything feels like, oh my God, I got to rush to get to this. Or, I wish I could have done 1, 2, and 3. Or what could have been. You know, I just don't want to feel that. I'm going into this like with the intention to try to do things differently than what I've seen, experienced, and been shared about, you know, from other, I guess, point of views. You know, before we found out we were pregnant, we were really into like, let's do the things that we really said we want to do. I'm into doing just that. I want to continue doing the things that we both enjoy, that I enjoy doing with you, and that I want to, you know, do.
I think that's why it's so important to be on the same page and to also have a spouse that is going to hold you accountable for those things.
Yeah.
I feel like if I go 2 weeks without getting dressed, you're going to be like, we need to go out. Yeah. Like, we need to do something, babe. Yeah. Like, you need to, like, go get done up, get your hair done, or, like, do some, like, let's go out, you know, get cute. And I feel like that is helpful because that helps you not just kind of fall into this place of just kind of
contentment.
Yeah, just, like, not fully experiencing the fullness of your own self, you know? And I appreciate that, you know, we are aligned with like what goals we have or like what we simply enjoy. Yeah. You know, like we're getting our basement finished and it's just like, even with that, I'm like, get the little bar thing, babe. Like get the little cup washer thingy, or you know, he wants LED lights around the trim. And it's like stuff that I don't necessarily have to have, but I'm just like, if it makes you happy, like you're going to be spending time down there. Like, if it's a little bit more, like whatever. I just feel like we are really good about making sure that the other person likes the thing or like is happy with whatever. Cause it's like, it's not just mine. It's not just yours. Like even with, I don't know, just like whatever, big purchases or stuff. Like we want each other to really like it. Is. Yeah.
I mean, even with the basement though, I feel like this is something we're really learning to do. And it's kind of like what I mean by not objectifying money is like everything can't be, I guess, excused from spending money. Mm-hmm. Like that's why we make it. Yeah. Like you got to use it somehow, right? Whether you are investing or you're getting something you just simply want, or you're doing something you enjoy doing. Like I think a lot of times, and like I said, something we're working on is like, hey, get what you like. Yeah. And oftentimes we fall into what we've been kind of used to is like, oh, I'm not gonna do that. That's too expensive. But expensive and cheap, all that stuff is relative to whoever you're listening to. Yeah. So like. And, you know, we got to catch ourselves like, wait, why are we saying this?
Even with the basement, we were
that's like. That's what I'm talking about, the basement. Yeah. It's just like.
We were like, we could just, you know, drywall, kind of just do the simple, like bare bones, basically. Yeah. And then we were like.
Let's just do the basement.
We're not going to come down here if it's not what we want. And also, like, we're going to create content down here. Like, it's a space for us to, like, do business, honestly. Yeah. And we just have to constantly catch ourselves and reframe our mind because it's like Well, we do have the money, like
Yeah.
why wouldn't we do what we actually want and enjoy it in the best way that we can?
Yeah. But even with that, even with all that being said, I feel like I guess I feel like what's the point in having something if you're not going to use it the way you want to?
Yeah.
So I don't know. And now from being smart, there are some things that we were going to get that we scaled back from because it's just not necessary, or if we ever like let this house go, like we're not doing something overboard where
Right.
you know
It's not like
this
a
something
swimming pool down there.
yeah, no, it's not look like it's not a basement that's going to be like inside of a $10 million house,
Right.
but it is a basement that fits to the category of this house,
Right.
basically. And that's what we're doing is living and doing the things that we want to where we are, basically.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that's the main thing on staying personal and continuing on the things that we like. Lastly, what kind of parent do you expect to be?
A cool one.
Do you think you're gonna be the cool parent, or will I?
I'm definitely gonna be the cool parent.
Oh, okay.
Definitely.
What do y'all think?
Cameron thinks he's gonna be the cool parent, but
I never said nothing. That
no,
you always
did. You do.
No,
you
you
was like, the baby's always gonna want to be with me because I'm gonna be doing all the cool stuff, taking them all outside.
I didn't.
Taking them all
I didn't
over
say that
the
was
place.
me being a cool parent. I just said the baby.
And I'm saying taking them, not taking him or her. I'm saying taking them.
M-E-M.
E-M. But yeah, I don't know. I think as far as the type of parent I want to be, it's hard to just say like what kind of parent you want to be, but I want to be.
You just whatever you desire to be. Like I feel like stand on business on who you want to be as a parent. Like what do you see? It's just like anything else. Like who do you see being Aaron, and now who do you see being Aaron as a mother?
Yeah.
I feel like who you saw yourself being is exactly who you are. So who do you see being as the parent version of yourself, I guess?
Yeah. I mean, I feel like I will be a very compassionate mom. And I feel like I will make my child feel very comfortable with like opening up to me about things and just like talking and having like good conversation. I want us to both be very honest parents and not feel like we can't be transparent with our kids because we may have shame or like, I don't know, feel some type of way about how they might feel about something we're saying. So I definitely want to be like really open with my kids. I think overall just like being fun and loving and doing activities and like kind of always just having something to do. I don't know. I want my kids to feel like when they're at school and they have a friend or some friends and they're like, "Oh, do you guys want to like hang out?" And then they want to come to our house. Like I want my kids to love me, to be around. Like if their friends are here, they don't want me to go upstairs. Like they want me to be like, "Mom, like you can be out here too with us, swimming in the pool or whatever, like Mom, turn to like whatever." I mean, I know the kids are gonna grow up and they're gonna be like whatever, but I just want my kids to just enjoy being together, So I would think that I feel like that's like the biggest thing. Those are like the biggest things for me. What about you?
Yeah, I mean, I share the same sentiments. I guess instead of going in the pool, like, Dad, can you come light this bonfire for us tonight? Or, I don't know. I think I just want to be that all around parent.
I feel like you'll be the dad that is just like super always on it, like always there. Like, oh, my dad, like, oh, I'm calling my dad. Like, I feel like the kids are gonna call you for like. I mean, they could hit a pothole and they're gonna call you and be like, "Dad, is something wrong with my car? Like, what is going on?" Like, I feel like that's definitely
that's what I want to be. But I'm talking about in all areas. Like, I don't know. I just want to be the best thing coming to them.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I don't want them to feel like there isn't nothing that they, like you said, can share or fun that they want to try that we've never done, or I don't know. Like I want them to feel free in what they are asking to do maybe or are interested in. Like I don't want to feel like we are making it feel like, oh no, this is an inconvenience.
Yeah.
Like I want to be the most convenient dad. I think that's the best way I can explain it. Like I want to be the most convenient dad I can possibly be.
Yeah.
Like there is nothing that you cannot do.
Yeah.
And I don't think that that's a feeling that I had, but in a way that's a feeling that I had. Cause it's kind of like I don't think I have the ability to do all these things. I'm gonna try to do what they said I can do. Basically, I want to be a dad that can kind of demonstrate and make, I guess, the floor open to like, you ain't gotta do what I'm telling you to do, or you ain't gotta do what you think I want you to do. Do what you want to do, and I want to be able to provide that opportunity, or like I said, space for them to do so.
Outside of a respect thing, of course.
No, yeah. That's one thing.
People could take that as like, you don't want your kids to do what you say you're gonna do. Like,
no,
you don't think they should vacuum the carpet in the living room.
No, not like that. I guess you got to be literal.
You got to be very specific.
Yeah, no. They will be doing chores for sure. And do you think you'll be the disciplinary?
I think we'll be pretty equal.
You think so?
I think so. I mean,
Aaron is soft as cotton candy, so I would like to see. Now, this is something I'm actually waiting to see.
I think we'll be pretty equal because I wouldn't say I'm that soft.
Soft as cotton candy.
I think we would be pretty equal. You would be more than I would, but I don't see myself being like the mom that they're just like, oh, we can get away with it because it's mom. Right. I don't think that at all.
Right.
Only because of like my nature in like entrepreneurship.
But I don't think that they think they'll get away with it. I just think you're gonna be soft as cotton candy. Like I don't know. You have a way of going about things where no one's walking over you. That's not what I mean by soft. But I don't know. I don't know how to describe that about you. But I don't think they'll walk over you. But you are soft. I think it'd be very hard for you to discipline the kid.
Yeah, well, we'll see.
We'll see. I'm just speculating. I don't know.
Yeah,
I would like to see it. I think it's gonna be hilarious. Like I don't know. I think that's gonna be the funniest
I discipline
thing.
Audie. I do.
What you be saying?
When she be being bad sometimes, I put her. I be mad and I be yelling sometimes, and then I put her in the crate for a little while so she can think about what she did, and then I let her out. And I give her a treat. See?
Treat her for bad behavior. See what I'm talking about? But hey, you know, that's who we are. Business will keep booming. It's only going to get better. We individually and together are going to continue doing the things that we like doing. Even like you said, even if I got to make you, hey, you need to get dressed up. You and the baby. Let's go.
Yeah.
If I got to put the baby on my chest or my back, whatever which one, we gone. But
yeah, because we'll have a baby carrier. You'll definitely be wearing it.
Wearing it?
Yeah.
So like, yeah, I don't know. I'm ready for the vibes. I'm ready for like all that. Whether grandparents are watching the baby or the baby is with us or whomever.
Yeah.
Like
I think we're starting to picture life and be like, oh, like this vacation will be so fun with the baby, or like, ooh, I can't wait till the summer and we can like sit outside on the patio and like the baby and the dog and the fire and the this and like
everything is baby now.
Kind of like, I know. We're starting to really like see life with the baby.
With the baby, yeah. I agree.
Which is nice.
Yeah, because that's what it is now.
The shock has worn off completely.
Cameron, Aaron, Audie, baby.
Yeah.
No names yet.
No names yet.
But yeah. So let's be, like I said, let's keep setting out to be who we say we're gonna be. I want you to continue doing the things that you love to do, all while being this great mother that you are about to be. Yeah,
hopefully.
You know, and I think a lot of times, and I'll end on this. I think a lot of times too, and I want to give credit to some dads where if you want to go out and do what you do, it's not the dad watching your kid.
Yeah.
Like, no, I'm just, hey,
child.
babe, I'm going out. All right.
Right.
You ain't got to ask me to,
right.
Obviously, what's the other option?
Right.
So, yeah.
Totally. It's like you're not babysitting your own kid.
You're
just
not.
Your kid.
So, if you want to go out to dinner with your friends
but I do think that's like that part, that's where I said it's very key for you to be so intentional in this stage, because that's going to help you feel more confident once the baby actually gets here. And a lot of dads are just very oblivious, honestly, throughout the entire pregnancy. And then like that makes them even more like just nervous to be a dad, honestly, or like to keep the baby by themselves or whatever.
Right.
But, you know.
Yeah. So there's that.
You're doing great too, babe.
Appreciate it. I plan on to be an all-star in this.
You are.
The baby is going to be like, yes, dad. But yeah, if you rock with me, then you rock with us. We hope you enjoyed this one. Let us know what you thought about it. If you're a parent already, or if you're becoming a parent, like, you know, all the vibes that you're planning to be on. So yeah, we'll see you on the next one.
Bye.
Be easy.